going on, guys? Braderz here, and today in this video I'm going to bring you another best class setup. Now, as you can tell by the title, as always, this is going to be the ARX-160. Now, I can tell you guys are already surprised by this weapon. I ain't gonna lie, this is a totally different weapon from my previous best class setups. But before I get into anything, the best class setup playlist will be linked in the description if you want to see all my other best class setups that I have made. If you're lost for weapons, you don't know what weapon to use at the moment, go check out that playlist. But definitely, first of all, create this weapon that I'm going to show you, this class I'm going to show you in a moment. Now, this is an amazing weapon, I ain't gonna lie. I did get this idea from Ali. He did do a best class setup. Wait, did he do a best class setup? I just saw one of his videos where he was actually using this weapon, so I thought, you know, as my first weapon to trying out to be an adventurous, I'm going to use this weapon because I want you guys to know the best class setups, in my opinion, to use within this game. I want you guys to have the advantage within this game, and definitely this weapon will give you an advantage over some weapons. You know, this definitely can compete with the battle with the ASM1, you know, the most dominant weapons in the game right now. But anyway, if this is what you've been waiting for, I'm going to stop the gameplay right now, for now anyway. I'm going to show you the best class setup. Alright guys, now usually I use this perk for perk 1, so you might be used to this one, but for perk 1 I'm going to use low profile, invisible to UAVs, tracking rounds and XO ping. I usually use low profile in most of my best class setups, but I don't usually do this. I put perk 1 greed on for this class and use lightweight, move faster, because this weapon, you know, you want to get to power positions quicker, and also this weapon to me anyway seems really, I mean, just a little bit more heavy than the other weapons, so I tend to use this so I can move a lot quicker, so it just seems normal to me, and I'm able to get to those power positions because, you know, you can use this weapon as an anchor and you want to get to those power positions as quick as possible, and this enables you to do that, moving that little bit faster so you can get to that place that little bit faster also. But for perk 2, I'm going to use blind eye, undetectable by tracking drones, explosive drones, and all score streaks except the UAV. Usually use this perk, but also you can use peripherals, increase minimap coverage. So basically, you could use that if you're playing competitive and you're an anchor, because you really want to pinpoint where the enemy is on a minimap, so you can expect them and you know where they are going to be at most times anyway. But if you're just playing pubs like me, use blind eye, but change that varying what you're playing basically. But for perk 3, obviously the duo, toughness and blast suppressor. Blast suppressor being invisible on minimap when performing XO moves, and toughness being less flinch when hit. But you know, really need to stop explaining them because they're on every one of my setups. But for the score streak, I'm going to use UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle that shows enemies on the minimap. Score streak cost is 400 points. You need 4 kills to get this, but the modules I'm going to add can vary between person to person, but I'm going to use enemy direction plus 200, so it adds a facing arrow to where, you know, the person is facing, you know, where the person is going. And also you can use support. I don't tend to use support, but it's a plus 300 points, and basically what that is, if you die, you know, your score still there for that kill streak, so you can keep going. If you die, you don't lose it, you don't lose your score streak, you keep going and you're able to get it. But obviously you're gonna have to get an extra 3 kills to get it. But you know, once you're starting off with this weapon, I would recommend using it. I didn't, but you know, if you're just starting off with it and you don't want to do bad, you know, you need to get used to the weapon, use that so you can still get that UAV so you know where people are. But for the main thing is the ARX-160. Now for my camos, I haven't unlocked many, unlocked gold, but you know, I've only used it to get the attachments I need for this best class setup, and I tend to use now. I'm going to use the precision sight. You guys have probably been waiting for this. The precision sight, I usually use this on most of my assault rifles. I don't like the iron sights on this weapon, especially when you're just going to be pre-aiming around corners with this weapon. Especially like this red dot is really needed in my opinion. And foregrip, the recoil isn't bad, don't get me wrong, but you just make it that little bit better for long ranges. That's where it's at its best, but making it a little bit better is God mode. Quick draw grip as my primary gunfighter attachment, just to aim in that little bit quicker, you know, so you can pull up your weapon as fast as possible. Maybe just to compete that little bit more with submachine guns, you know. Just, you know, it's just extending all of these areas with this weapon. This weapon is a great all-around weapon, but feel free guys to pause this video right now to create this best class setup. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you the rest of the gameplay from earlier. Alright. Now this weapon, right, I don't want to make this weapon sound too good, but remember, do you all miss, I know you miss this weapon, the M8A1 from Black Ops 2. Oh my days, that weapon was amazing. I loved the burst fire. The difference is, I think that was a 4-round burst. I don't believe this one is. This is a 3-round burst. But this is the, I mean, the M8A1 is the weapon I've most compared this weapon to. I ain't gonna lie, this is the closest our weapon has been to the M8A1. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we didn't really see a burst weapon that was good within Call of Duty Ghosts. I mean, we had the MSBS, but that got patched really early on, so it weren't as good anymore. But M8A1, I can't say this properly, man. The M8A1 within Black Ops 2 was just so good, really good for anchors as well, you know, rotating for hard points, you know, getting into power positions to pick people off who are rotating, you know, it's really good for that. So if you're playing competitive, like hardpoint, all that sort of stuff, all the game modes, this would be a really good weapon to use in my opinion. I think this would actually work for being an anchor and rotating around to hardpoints and stuff like that. I really believe this is really high, it's highly accurate. Got very good range, as you saw within the best class setup, but it's just a really good overall weapon. The fire rate is immense. Like, you drop people like real quick. As you saw in this gameplay, I've had multiple triple kills, double kills. That's the reason for this. It's like, it's just, I don't know, there's enough ammo in the clip to do so, and especially with the fire rate being so good and the damage being so good, you really don't use a lot of bullets, especially when it's burst fire. You don't really waste any bullets. You use the right amount of bullets for each kill. So this is a really good weapon to use. I recommend you guys use this weapon, whether you're playing competitive or pubs like me. This is definitely a good weapon. Can it compare to the BAL? Right, I know a lot of you guys will be using the BAL right now, and can it compare to it? Did my voice just break? Can it compare to it? You know, it's fellow assault rifle. Can it compare to it? I believe so. You know, from longer ranges, it can definitely beat the BAL, 100%. But you know, from medium ranges, it might be a battle. But the thing is, it's not always gonna lose. It can definitely 100% win the battle, and I ain't gonna cut that voice crack out of the video. I'm just gonna leave it in there because I cannot be bothered. But 100%, this can definitely compete with the BAL at all ranges. Short ranges, it isn't as good. Obviously, it isn't going to be because it's a burst weapon. So the ASM one is going to beat it there. But definitely, what it is, this is an amazing weapon to use. You definitely need red dot sight on it because the iron sights, personally, I don't like them. It's like the iron sights for the ARX in Call of Duty Ghosts, and obviously I did not use this weapon in that game, but it wasn't a burst weapon, you know, it was different. It wasn't as high in damage as well, but this weapon 100% needs to be used within this game. I can't believe I haven't really seen it within this game, just the BAL, but this, honestly guys, can compete, so make sure you get creating this class right now. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, you know, it's always really appreciated. And also make sure you smash that subscribe button so you can watch my videos every time I upload them. It's been me, Braderz. Let me know in the comments down below what weapon you want me to use within this series. Make sure it's not a weapon I've already used, and my playlist to this series will be linked in the description alongside my Twitter. Make sure you go follow me on there to be notified when I upload a video. So again guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace!